Wow, collectors, assemble, because Christmas came early this year. Blizzard just dropped a massive surprise that's about to make every mount farmer and transmog hunter lose their minds. If you've been chasing elusive rewards for years, now's your shot to grab them. We're talking legendaries, transmogs, mounts. Yeah, sorry pet and toy lovers, maybe some other time. So what's all this hype about? Well, from July 1st through July 29th, the Greedy Emissary event kicks off. That's for NA, for EU it should be a day later, starting on July 2nd until the 30th. I'm already cooking up a video on that, but here's the real kicker. Alongside it, Blizzard is dropping what might just be the greatest buff in retail history, the Collector's Bounty. What's the big deal, I hear you ask? While that buff's active, Legacy Dungeon and Raid bosses are packing extra loot. And yes, drop rates are getting seriously buffed up as well. In fact, Blizzard announced that there should be up to 10 times increase for most of the goodies on the list, with one mysterious item getting an eye-popping 25 times boost. Which one? Well, no clue. They're keeping that one a surprise for now, so we'll have to wait and see. And I know that some of you are thinking, well, 10 times is not that big of a deal, Andre, but is it truly not? I mean, when was the last time a mount you wanted actually dropped the first time you cleared the raid? Let's be honest, most legacy loot runs feel more like a spiritual journey than an efficient grind. You know the vibe, running the same raid for the 100th time, praying to the RNG gods, mentally preparing for another dropless week. It starts to feel less like a calculated loot run and more like a test of patience, faith and devotion. So yeah, 10 times might not sound earth-shattering at first, until you realize that means 10 chances instead of 1. That's no longer maybe next time odds, that's assemble your mount hunting alt army odds. And we are talking legacy mounts that people have been farming forever. I mean, this kind of loot buffet doesn't come around often, so if 10x doesn't excite you, I have to ask, are you even a collector? And it's not just about mounts, transmog drops are getting the laugh too. In every legacy instance, and in case I didn't make it clear, legacy essentially means from classic through Shadowlands. In other words, all the instances pre-Dragonflight. So yeah, in these set instances, transmog chances are also doubled. It's like Blizzard just flung open the vault doors and said, have at it. And oh boy, we will. Now let's take a closer look at the list, what things are actually getting the Collector's Bounty treatment and what's not. First of all, expect to see increased drop rates for all of the mounts coming from Legacy Dungeons and Raids. Additionally, select legendaries, which include Eyes of Sulfuras and Bindings of the Windseeker, which is the initial step to acquire the legendary Thunder Fury. Yep, these drop from Molten Core Raid and their drop rates are getting buffed up. Same goes for the coveted legendary from TBC, Illidan's Warglaves from Black Temple, and the legendary bow Thoridal from Sunwell Podo. Lastly, the Golden Hearthstone card from Nighthall will also get a boost, an epic toy with an abysmally low drop rate that transforms you into the Eredar Lord Jaraxxus. It appears that this is the only exception to the rule, as any other toy and pets will not see their drop rate increased. I know some of you will be quite disappointed at this, but hey, maybe they're saving that for another event. Right now though, the focus is crystal clear: mounts, transmogs and a few juicy legendaries, which is more than enough to blow my mind. That said, and maybe I sound a bit ungrateful, but part of me really hopes Blizzard lets the madness run a little longer, especially with Mob Classic also stealing the spotlight and splitting the player base. Oh, and one more thing, any time walking rewards will be excluded from this event. The Collector's buff is active by default, but if you really want to be that person, you can switch it on or off at any innkeeper, in the major cities or Dalaran. Though let's be real, why would you even turn it off? Unless you've somehow managed to collect everything on the list, in which case I would like to meet you and learn your secrets. Honestly, this might be the most exciting month in WoW history for collectors. It's the perfect time to revisit all content, and thanks to recent transmog restriction lifts, you can farm for style on any character you want. So what are you most excited to go after? Let me know in the comments, and if you actually manage to snag it, which I'm sure you will, I want the full story. And yeah, that's pretty much all. As always, thank you so much for sticking around until the end, and make sure to drop a like if you have found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe for more WoW coverage and hit the bell to stay up to date. Good luck with whatever you are doing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!